Well, welcome back to the channel, guys and girls. We're gonna be doing an overnight tonight. We have to do it. We have to do it. It's been a couple weeks since I've done an overnight. Last one was crappy. This one's gonna be burbot and lake trout, hopefully. That is the plan. I don't normally say my plan in advance, but that is the plan. I'm gonna set up cusk lines or burbot lines, and I'm gonna be jigging. And this spot is not new to me, but this is plan A, B, C, D, E, F. Probably plan F right now. We've bounced around, we've checked some ice. Right out here, I walked out a little bit. It's got plenty of ice, so we're using the Snow Dog. And I finally got some Snow Dog merch on, so I'll be wearing that today along with a beanie probably. And let's get unpacked. It takes a while to get unpacked. We're gonna have severe pressure drop today, like into the night, and then a huge climb in the morning. So bite should be good, and then it should be good, I think. We'll frickin' see. I don't know. And I'm gonna let that warm up, and we're gonna be taking the Escape 2400. It's supposed to get super cold tonight, and I didn't feel like bringing the big pop-up. And there's a couple reasons for that. It's supposed to be windy, and I feel like the Escape will be better because it's got a steel frame. And then two, it's supposed to be super cold tonight. That is so small in order to, like, it's big for a flip over, but it's so small in order to heat. Like last time I was sweating in there and high. So I'd rather be warm and have a little bit more mobility than be sit up in one spot. But I think we're gonna set up shallow on a cusk spot with the aqua view. That is the plan. I'm doing that anyways. Whether we catch fish or not, I don't know. There's lots of stuff to get organized. I'm gonna make you watch it all. Let's go. Gotta go over a snowbank first. This should be fun. All right, let's go to where I know there's fish. All right, let's drill a hole. Plenty of ice for this snowy dog. Before I even put that dang sonar down, I'm gonna get a rod out. Sometimes I put that thing down there and there's fish down there. I don't have a rod in my hand. Quite often, actually. And 35 feet. I'm not seeing anything, but we're gonna drop down there. Anyways. Oh, no, there's a laker right there. Come on, chase it. Let's see if he wants the little 1/4 inch flips in the mud here. But that was a good sign on the first drop there. And we're using the, let me dead stick this. So we're using the Winnie kit. Mine's a lot beat up and it's got some random other stuff in it, but it's got a 20. Here, I'll show you what's in it. It's got 20 of these, which kind of resembles the smelt. That's white pearl, and then we got 10 glows, and then we have 10 chartreuse, which are great. The problem is salmon destroy them, and you're not supposed to catch salmon here in New Hampshire. And then we got a size 4 hook, 7mm tungsten jig. Now that seems small to a lot of people, but a lot of the bait in Winnipesaukee is between 2. Oh, I got a fish coming right up to it. Got him. Got him. A lot of the bait in Winnipesaukee is very small. They're smelt in theory, or they are smelt. It's freaking out of the hole. Freaking out. Freaking out. You gonna pull drag or no? You have the ability to. I can't even get into the intro, guys. Look at that thing pinned right in the top of their mouth. He came and saw it, and just had to have it. So, and that's a decent first laker of the day, guys. So he's gonna go right back down. I don't plan on keeping any lakers today, so I plan on keeping burbot if we do find them. Let me get a bump on him, see what size he is. That's keeper size, 20 and a half, immediately. Not bad. And I'm sure there's more where that came from. The spot loads up quite a bit, so. And I just busted my cut open again. So, electrical tape it might be. I have some new baits to show you guys, and these are the new series. These are called my little pin smelts. And they're 2-inch, they're the same size, but a very skinny profile. So a lot of these lake trout, same 3 colors, glow, chartreuse, and white. And the reason I'm telling you this, not just so you guys can buy stuff from me and I can make money, is just, I struggled for like 3 years not catching anything out of Winnipesaukee, because I was using the wrong stuff. I was using stuff from like Canada, where a lot of their bait is Cisco's and stuff like that are like 12 inches long. So I was using these big baits, big bucktails, and I'm not saying you can't catch fish on bucktails. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is you'll catch a lot more fish if you match the size and the profile of the forage they're on all of the time, which is smelt. So I'm just checking my leaders for knots. I'm gonna put it back down there. I'm gonna wait for another one. And if I really get into them, I'll put the sonar screen on. I know you guys love that. I love watching that, so. And all I'm doing is dead sticking. The reason I dead stick is because that allows the line to stop spinning. So no matter how, if you're using a bait caster or even a spinning reel, that jig is spinning on the way down. And that is a very unnatural movement for a smelt unless it's been hit or dying. So if it's been hit like by a fish and they whacked it and you can let it dead fall, they will actually hit it. But when it's sitting there spinning, even like crappie and stuff, do not like that. So dead sticking it lets it spin, straighten out basically. And then for smelt, they don't really move very fast. They kind of just scoot along. And when they get chased, then they haul. So just dead sticking it there, smelt don't want to expel a lot of energy, just like most fish. And right now I'm using the glow in the dark one. So we're in 35 feet. It's pretty overcast today, but sun's trying to come out. I don't think it will. And I'm just gonna pound this in the bottom. It doesn't make a ton of noise. It just makes that little puff of mud down there that they love. Let me know in the comments below. So if you guys do know where I am by the background, Lake Winnipesaukee is quite a big lake, but it's not a gigantic lake. So, you know, there's lots of places to fish. There's lots of places that have ice right now. There's also a lot of places that don't have ice right now, so I'm limited. What I do want to know is how many lake trout have you guys caught this year? That's what I want to know. If the answer is 0, just put it in the comments. I want to know from you guys. I want to help you guys catch more lake trout. And I also want to know in the comments if you guys have caught lakers on my baits. That's what makes me really happy. Haven't seen any lake trout in a minute, and that was the first drop. So, what do we do, guys? We run the auger. But yeah, I didn't finish my conversation, but yeah, the Winnie kit's available on my website. Leave the link for that below and right here, just so you guys can pick up the stuff that actually works on this lake. Now, I try to make them, I make everything to order, so it takes me a few days to get them out to you. But when they get out to you, use them and catch crappie, cusk, or burbot. And I've caught rainbows with them. I have caught salmon with them, but don't tell anybody. And obviously lake trout and smallies love them quite a bit too. So they're an all season kind of thing. Could be one down there. I know as soon as I start eating, the one will show up. How many times did that happen to you guys? Start eating, the fish show up? Sometimes running the snow dog will lure them in too. Oh, that's a big one too. Oh, he's playing with me. It's not acting like a lake. It's acting like a frisky lake trout. Ooh. He is fired up. That fish was amped, guys. I mean amped. Not sure where he went to, but he chased that thing like, I don't know, 7 or 8 times, something like that. We were just about to leave, too. Just about to leave. Now, I don't scent any of my baits that I make. So if you want to scent them with, they make like smelt oils and alewife oils and all sorts of stuff. What I'll do is I'll dip it in Spike It, which is a garlic scent, if they're really being weird. Or I have a bag of chum. I can just smush it in there for a little bit, which I might do. Just that last little bit of committal is sometimes what you need. So look how much that's, or was spinning quite a bit. Oh, he bit my tail off. That's why he didn't hit it again. He actually bit it. That son of a gun. So we're next to a marker buoy. Marker buoys indicate either shallow, a channel, or rocks. Burbot loves rocks. Some rocks. Let's pop down that aqua view camera and take a look around. I'd rather spread some out, so put some next to where I'm sleeping, which I don't know where that's going to be yet. I thought it was going to be actually right where I stopped initially, which is not far off the launch, but so that's just the silty bottom, not ideal. So we're gonna keep looking. The other thing we can do is we can use just Google Earth and see if we can find any rocks from Google Earth, because they show up pretty good. Let's go venture. Remind me to put another plastic on before we get all the way out there, Another 35-foot spot. Not seeing any fish yet. Guys are supposed to remind me to put another bait on. Which I have a chartreuse one in my pocket, but so he ripped the freaking tail right off. Son of a gun. Don't throw your plastics on the ice either. Stop it. Or down the hole. If there was a reliable biodegradable plastic out there, I would be using that. But there's none that I found. And I did quite a bit of research. Just gonna hit it with a glow light because this one's glow in the dark. With these small reels, especially cheap small reels, I'm working on a better one. Just haven't spent the money yet. Always check your drag. Check your drag from the tip of your rod. I like my drag not to move when I set the hook. That is key. I want the hook buried. Got a little bit of wind chill behind me here. I know it's supposed to get, I think it's supposed to get windy tomorrow for the most part. You guys never see me with one of these, but the last few times my hands have been like completely toast. So I actually I've had these drawing rags forever and they just stay in my boat to grab eels with for striper fishing. But especially like crappie fishing when you're catching like a lot back to back to back, your hands just get numb and cold and you can't touch anything. So figured I'd get a drying rag, step it up a little. And this is a scientific angler banana one. Technically no bananas. No bananas on the ice or in my boat ever. Not allowed. It's the only superstition I'm staying with. And if we find a really good spot, I'll start chumming and stuff like that, and we'll set up and jig in the shack. Which is a little more difficult because all of my sleeping stuff's in there. So let's reel up and keep moving. Right, this looks really, really good here, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop down the camera. I want to look for a spot on the spot on the spot. So I'm gonna set up on a place for 10 hours. Gotta have a good spot. Actually, it gets dark at like what, 5 o'clock now or something like that. So it's like 12 hours. It's a long time. So this is a new spot to me, or new section of the lake. So we got some rocks, but we also have weeds, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't think being in the weeds with live bait is a good idea. So let's move out a little bit. We have some more areas to check. And I want my cuss lines, like I want probably 2 next to me, and then I want the rest of the 4 close to me, or like, you know, on my way home tomorrow. So I've dropped down in 30 feet and had fish come out like right underneath the ice and slam the jig. So just because I'm not seeing them doesn't mean they're not there. But even with a live scope, which I know is shocking. Now a lot of people complain that a lot of people think that the 7mm tungsten jig, oh, it's not a half ounce or 3/4 of an ounce. It doesn't sink that fast. Well, tungsten is extremely dense, which allows it to be really skinny. So there's a fish down there. It allows it to be slimmer profile, so it actually does sink very, very fast. Not as fast as a 1 ounce, but faster than you think. The reason this is not sinking very fast is because there's another lake trout right there. Yeah, it allows it to sink pretty fast. That slim profile allows it to go cut through the water. 60 feet here, it's hard to see on the bottom when they're completely scrubbing. The best thing you can do is just tap bottom a bunch and then feel if there's any tension. Set the hook. Oh wow, my honey hole spot for Lake Winnipesaukee is right in front of me. If the ice is frozen, I'm going in there. That's a big... Oh, there was something following me out. It's tiny, whatever it is. A deeper basin. 40 foot. And I've stopped here before looking for white perch. I've not seen any, but I've seen Lakers cruise in this area, so we're going to stop and check it. And I had my hands on my face buff before we left. It's in my truck. And I forgot it. Oh, I think there's some yellow perch on the bottom here. Possibly white perch, but they look tiny. I've had white perch completely glued to the bottom before, where like they barely showed up on sonar. But we had the camera down there and they got all fired up. Now I normally wouldn't leave fish to find fish. I always say that, but honey hole spot is in front of me, and whoa, the bottom is freaking out here. Or it's a bunch of smelt, actually. Drag check, even with bouncing around. So we're bouncing around, especially with the cheapo drags. Oh, there is a school of smelt on the bottom. They're just scooting around. Those drags will loosen up. Nuts and bolts will loosen up. Just happens. Takes 2 seconds to check. Takes half a second to lose a fish. Well, if those smelts are cruising through here, highly likely that there should be something behind them. And what I might do is, like, when I go over the honey hole over there, I might unhitch the sled here. So what happens is that walks me, pushes me, fishtails quite a bit, because that does not have skags on it, or like, you know, metal runners to keep me tracked, but this sled does. This is the only spot that I've caught rainbows jigging in this lake. I mean, it was freaking sweet. And the reason we call this the honey hole is because we just like, oh, that looks like a good spot. And we stopped there, stopped right here, and we caught, I think, 2 Lakers and 3 rainbows. Like back to back to back. This actually might be a good place to sleep. Now that I'm thinking about it. I got kind of rocky shoreline all around me. I got rocks, I got islands. A whole school of smelts right there. That's good. I'm supposed to check how much ice we were on, but it felt like the same period of time cutting through. The ion is so deceiving when you're cutting through ice. It's like this cuts so easy. It's like, oh, that feels like that was 3 inches of ice, and it's really like 10. Oh, rainbow. Oh, that is a big fish. That is a big fish. There's 2 big fish. Those could be salmon. Whoa, whoa, guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, that's fast. Those gotta be rainbows. Wow. Those had to be rainbows or salmon. I mean, these things just came in like Mach 10. Wow, that was fast. Holy crap, that was fast. They definitely were not lake trout for sure. I got a huge school of smelt right next to me here. And they're big smell. I think we should freaking set up right in here, guys. Alright, catch a fish first. I don't know if there'll be a lot of lakers in here or not. But there is a metric crap ton of bait right in here. I should probably push up shallow on the shoreline here and see if I can get some cruising rainbows. I'm gonna pound bottom here for a minute. I think be interesting. I'm just gonna set a burbot trap right here. Why the hell not, right? Why the heck not? So these are my my burbot traps, cuss traps. They're really simple devices, and just a snell hook. Longer shank the better, I found, just to get it out of the ones that aren't the right size. And I'm gonna check this before nightfall. And so the law in New Hampshire is the weight has to be sitting on the bottom, not suspended. You can't jig it or nothing. You're allowed to check it, but you have to pull it straight up. You can't just like yank on the line. If any other species besides burbot are caught, you have to release them. Even if it's like a record lake trout, which does happen. And that'll actually help lure in some fish into this area. And then I'll go set a few more. Probably set 3 in here, and then I'll set 3 wherever I'm sleeping tonight. I don't think I'm gonna sleep in here. I think I'm gonna go sleep where I caught that first fish. That way I'll get that night bite. And I can throw a bunch of chum down there and see if I can get some burbot on some sand. I'm back in a basin. Back in a basin. I'm gonna stay here for a few minutes. Probably should have stayed on that ledge over there, but those fish weren't having it. But we're losing daylight. It's not even 2 o'clock, so I got a couple more hours. A couple more hours to set cuss lines. I have no idea if there's gonna be cuss in the honey hole behind me. I would think there is. I've caught lakers, rainbows. We actually went in there to look for white perch initially. But They were not there. And then my other spot is just around the corner here. Be nice if my stuff stops getting stuck to the ice. And I think we're just gonna set up where I caught the first fish. I mean, it's a good spot. Saw 2 fish right away. I'll go check my other spot real quick and then we'll hop back out there. Oh yeah, there's white perch. Ooh, white perch. White perch, white perch, white perch. 40 feet diagonally in front of me. Now they're 30 feet behind me. Back to where I just was. Oh, we're heading my way. We're heading my way. Those are 100% white perch, guys. 100% white perch. Which is what I came to this basin for initially. Let's see if they're hungry or not. Come on, spin around. 30 feet that way. 2, 3, 4. That might scare me in my direction, I don't know. It did. They're literally right between where I just drilled and where I am, but they're chasing the whole school of smelt. Can't tell which way they're going. They're coming back my way. They're coming back, gotta get down there. These things fight hard for their size. Oh, here comes one. Oh my God, here comes the whole school. Nope, 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 come on. They are swarming around me, guys. Got it. Yeah, one white perch. Coming right up. There we go. Where'd they go now? They're scooting away from me, but there's the first one of the year, really. See if I can catch another one. Oh, here they come again. That's a bigger one. That's a big one for sure. Using the lake trout rod. Tanks. Absolute beasts. Oh, they're still down there. So I see where they are. They are, you guys can see that. I know the glare is probably atrocious. But they are there, I'm there, and they're actually physically in that direction. So I'm gonna go drill over there. 1, 5, 6. And see if they change their direction or not. Yep, they're coming back this way. They're coming back this way. Like I said, still using the Winnie kit, 7mm tungsten jig with the white shad on it. Actually, this might be the glow in the dark one. But here they come. Come here. And I'll change my color palette for you guys. Sonar setup appearance, color scheme, blue, back, 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 back. Here they come. Got him. I swear they fight harder than a laker sometimes. And they freak out. Jeez, these things are massive. Yeah, this is just the white one. White paddletail. I can't get it down there fast enough before they change their mind. Right after I catch another one here. This is a pretty tiny school, but watch. Watch, watch, watch. They're gonna come up screaming for it. Look at them all come up for it. Ooh, that one came up and I missed it. I'm putting the glow one on just to mix it up a little bit. I should be changing orientation here in a second. You guys will see these fish just a little bit better. Okay. I can turn my gain down quite a bit. I think they caught on to me. They're right there. Why aren't they coming up? Come on. We're gonna downsize. We're gonna use the pin smelt size. You gotta be versatile. Oh, they left me. They left me. Which way do they go? 30 feet behind me. See if I can intercept them. Yep, got him. Yep, got him. This is like chasing crappie on steroids here. I gotta sit on one of these sides so I can't see my screen because the GoPro's in the way. Ah, they're spooking. Oh yeah, they're right beside me. Dang it, by the time I get down there, they've already moved. That's annoying. But they've completely flattened out, which means they're not super bitey anymore, but that's okay. That was sick, guys. That was sick, sick, sick. Some white perch action. And that big one is not small at all. That one's pretty freaking big. Snow dog and the Winnipesaukee and some tanker, absolute tanker white perch. These are coming home. This one's actually really cool, kind of yellowish, but they were hammering the Winnipesaukee, as you see in the picture. Come on, you got a lake trout underneath us now. Very weary lake trout. Oh, here comes one that's freaking fired here. Got him. Got him. This is where I lose him, right here. There we go. And there we have it. a lake trout. Pretty freaking sweet. And yeah, there we go, just like that. I think the size is 18. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna keep this lake trout too. We're gonna try to catch all 3 species and do like a catch and cook. How about that? We're gonna bonk this one. Freaking sweet, guys. Freaking sweet. That laker is 19 inches, so we're gonna keep him. I've never eaten lake trout before, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smoke him, I think. Get a helicopter going over above. That's kind of cool. And we're gonna drill up some ice here in a minute, and we're gonna pack them in the bucket on ice. So let me dispatch him. We got smelt moving back in. Interesting. Very, very interesting. He ate the pin smelt. What are the chances? And the screen is loaded with smell. That probably won't last long, if I was to guess. Ooh! Got one. Sorry, guys. Messed up on the other camera there. I was making sure it was charging properly. Seems like a little more feisty one. Wants to pull drag. Oh yeah, he's a little bit bigger. We're gonna pull the transducer out. If you want to run, just run. Oh yeah, he's pretty big. Not a giant by any means. Not a giant. But look at that. Pinned him right in the snoot. And I'm sorry I missed that on the sonar cam. I was literally making sure that it was charging properly. But there goes down another one. That one's like a 20. Freaking A, man. We're doing good. I won't say that too loud, but. And he definitely raked his teeth against my leader. There's also lots of slime and ice on it. See if we can catch another one. So for the flasher cam, what you guys were seeing a minute ago, before I shut it off, tons of smelt, like an absolute cloud of smelt, and then they disappeared. That means the fish is coming. Almost always. And so after I fight a fish, you're all worked up, right? What you want to do is stop for a second and check your drag. So my drag's just a couple clicks too loose. I want to set that hook, bang, and have it just barely move. 15-pound braid, ice braid, normal braid, doesn't matter, they both suck. They both retain water. New braid is the best, doesn't last very long. This is older braid. This is what I had on like last minute before I put new stuff on for the season. She took it off of one of my spinning reels for the summer. And most of the braid has like some sort of coating on it, like a waterproof coating. Ice braid has a different one on there, I guess. And then like a 12-foot, 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. That's what I use 98% of the time. If I go to Champlain or even Sebago, I will amp that size up to like 12, or even, I've actually used 20-pound on Champlain, I think. Fish are a lot bigger there. Kind of have a yard sale of stuff behind me here, but Glad I came here. I don't know if this deep of water is good. I mean, I've caught burbot in this deep of water, but I was on a reef that had rocks all over the top of it, and then it's just like a steep drop off on both sides. So I would be doing the derby if that spot was frozen, but it is not frozen, and it probably won't freeze for a long time this year at this point. And it looks like there's a laker behind them. So all that flickering over there is smelt on the bottom. So they actually just tried to come up to my jig because my jig is pretty small. Let's make a great daytime video so far. But we're trying to catch all 3 species. Need a burbot. And as always, we're using the LVS 34. And sorry I'm backlit. That's just the way that I landed with the snow dog. Oh, we got a suspended mark. Where are you going? Little tiny speck right there. Oh. The heck was that? Let's chum down a shiner. Because we can. That last lake trout must have burped this up. There she is. The pin smelt. Alright, we got the screen is just stacked with smelt right now. Which I'm hoping means that we're going to have a lake trout come through any moment. Or even the school of white perch. The white perch are super fun to catch. So much bait's going on down there. Oh yeah, here comes something. Oh, they're getting spooked. They're getting spooked. So there is a laker down there. I can't see him, but there's one in the vicinity. For sure. And with this much bait, he's gonna pick. I just got bonked by a smelt, and I actually felt it. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Now there is some theory, and I haven't read the research paper on it. But basically, I heard it on TikTok. There was some research done on zebras, and zebras have a particular pattern on the side, so white and black, and that's meant to confuse the predators. It's very hard for a predator to say, I want that one, and with that herd mentality, they can just kind of like confuse their lions or whoever's trying to eat them. And the lions don't know which one to pick. So a group of scientists were marking the zebras with like, you know, pink spray paint or something like that, marking them on the side so they could track what that one did. Guess which one the lions ate every time? It's the one with the pink marker on it. They could single that one out and work together to track that one down. I'm using something the same profile as the pin smelt down there, but I'm using a different color. So maybe that helps me. That's my imagination. It's a single. They can single that one out. I'm not moving it. Oh, like that right there. That one just came and T-boned it. It's not very big. Not very big at all. Oh, wrapped around the transducer. But he just slammed right through that smelt. And he singled me out. Freaking out. And then you just both flip him on the ice just like that. And there we go. Another laker. Squeaker though. Going back down. So since he absolutely T-boned that, and what I mean by T-boned is he came and inhaled that thing sideways instead of me running it away from him. And so if I'm running it away from him, the only thing that he has to eat right now my plastic is slid down, is the back of the hook, so he never touches the fluorocarbon. And with 10 pound, it's pretty abrasion resistant, but not completely. So we're gonna cut and retie. And I'm taking off like 5 inches or so, maybe 4. And all that does is that prevents the next one from robbing me. Not always, but. And I'm using a Palomar knot, or Palomar knot, whatever you want to call it. It's one of those knots that you can tie with cold hands and severely mess up. And it's still a pretty strong knot. Now, I know there's a lot of other knots out there, but you can really mess this one up. Even though it's an easy knot, and it's still very, very strong. So, and it doesn't rely on 5 twists instead of 6 twists and all that jazz. One of the reasons I like it. Make sure you wet your knots, trim your tag. And since it's fluorocarbon, I don't throw it on the ice. I don't throw any line on the ice anyways, but fluorocarbon never degrades. It'll be here 100 years. Oh, there's a lake trout down there right now. Oh. Got all that braid in the ice. He was cruising though. He's probably gone already if I was to guess. And so I'm technically in a bowl right now, or a basin, and these fish are kind of like swirling around it. Oh, I just got slammed. Talking to you guys. Here he comes. Oh. Ah. I was dead sticking it just off bottom, and I felt it. Felt him hit it. Crap. I think he felt a little bit of hook on that one. I don't think he'll come back. I don't even know if I would have caught that one if I was paying attention. There's some more smelt down there. And there's some just off to my side here. So what I can do is I can bump my screen out. This brings my lower level out, and I can see further away. It just kind of shrinks everything, so I don't really run it that way very often, but they're coming back. I'll just kind of like bump it out and just to look around instead of kicking it in forward mode. And this is the LiveScope Plus. I've had a bunch of questions recently, like, what are you using? Because I've been posting little short videos of them. They're like, that is insane. Maybe I should tell another story. That's the second story I've told today, and fish have come and smoked me. I get a smelt trying to eat me. Smelt or like a, well, it could be a white perch or yellow perch. There's something cruising on top. Here, I'll show you. That right there is some sort of bigger fish than a smelt. We're gonna have to use my gas can. I haven't used that yet. That'll be exciting. Not that I want to get gas on my hands, but maybe I can do it without it. I doubt it though. Lake trout do smell things, so. Now there's no freaking way there's this much smelt and no fish around them. I mean, there is a way, but ideally no. We'll stay here a little bit longer, but it's gonna get cold here quick. And I'd rather have my cuss trap set up along with my shack screwed down, which I have to manually screw down. That's too small. The smelt are getting pushed around, which is good. They got flattened, which means they're being chased by this fish right here. Oh, he didn't want it the last second. He's being a pain in the butt. That's him swimming away right there. Ooh. Oh, he missed it. Come on. Oh, what the heck was that? You had it, buddy. You had it. Ooh. He 100% had that. What was that all about? That's a bigger fish, that's why. What the heck, man? Let's take off the chartreuse tail. Maybe they're being a little finicky on the double chartreuse here. I am coming out with a white head. Just to let you guys know. Just because I feel like sometimes they are spooky on the bright colors for whatever reason. Not really sure why. Or I've caught that fish already, but he was like 92% committed, and then he changed his mind. Ooh. Come back. I know you're down there. Come here. Oh, he's coming back for it. He's coming back for it. No. I spooked him. No. Ooh, crap. Ooh, he's big. He's big, that's why he's not eating it. That is a big freaking fish. It's hard to leave fish to go find more different fish. Should just stay here until it gets dark and then go figure it out in the dark. Which is what I might have to do, I don't know yet. And there he goes. Well, that's mildly annoying. Let's piss him off with something bright and shiny. See what happens. What I love about that rod locker is I just pulled a rattle trap out of there and it's not tangled in anything but itself. Be amazing if this fish bit this thing. This is like a rattle trap like this big. Or lipless crankbait. He wants it but doesn't want it. He just came up for it and changed his mind. He wants it but doesn't want it. It's like, that's really big. Normally I'd have like a pretty big swim bait on this, like a bucktail, which I said not to use earlier, but I'll do that just to pound bottom and make noise, just to lure in fish most of the time. Dropping down the jig one last time, and then we're gonna go start We can just set up camp and actually come back here with just the jigging stuff. Didn't think about that till right now. I feel like I haven't drank any water today. It's probably because I really haven't. Here he comes. Oh, there's two. Oh, there's two. There's two. Oh. Pull the hook. Crap. Biff that one. Alright, I think we've overstayed our welcome on these fish. Let's just move anyways. How about that? We gotta find out where we're sleeping, so